Good morning, Ben. How y'all doing today? I'm just chilling at CC's Coffee House. Um, when you apply for a card, you get a free coffee on the house for your birthday. So I'm just kind of chilling and chilling with the family, y'all. Y'all are part of my family. Um, so hey, what's up, Dylan? What's up, Gemini? Abortion is legal. Well, I guess if that's what you believe in, it's illegal in other people's minds. But I guess that's a good part about having choices in life. Um, some people agree, some people don't. That's just the way life is. I know you messing with me, man. I think the straw is a little too big. So I do want to share with y'all something. Um, and I found this to be. I paid a thing around $10 for it. Don't let me lie to you on it. From Academy, and I bought it originally for a flashlight. Okay, I know I showed it before. Let me see which way. It's pretty bright, and it was actually a window breaker, but it's also a defense tactical pin. You know what I'm saying? You could, you know, someone try to rob you, you take it out, and you could pretty short. So if that don't get your point across, then I don't know what will. But just want to advertise this. It was about, I think, roughly around $10 at Academy. If y'all would like for me to start donating things like this, go ahead and comment in the description because I want to do more giveaways. Even though I'm not buy for rich at all, but I'd rather be a blessing than a taker. So just go ahead and comment down below if y'all want to see these type of things donated to y'all. I won't send this particular one, Ben. This is my personal deal there. Um, I don't quite like this phone because it doesn't have that back. Well, actually, that works pretty good. Uh, okay. Uh, but yeah, I'm just chilling, and if y'all have any questions for me, um, one of my plans that I would like to achieve this year is going back to Mississippi to a refuge. Let me see what you call that. A national forest, which is near my brother's house where I was located at. I think it's probably like maybe 6 miles, and that's give or take from where I was. No, actually, it's more miles than that. Now that I think about it. Um, but it's supposed to be a really good place, and you can actually do primitive camping. Thank you, Pikes Peak. Um, and another place. There's two things I want to accomplish in Louisiana. One is to go to a primitive camping. It's a national forest again near Alexandria. But something I want to do. I've never done this before, so I'm actually taking 100% risk of dying for doing this. But it's well worth it since it's only going to be 24 hours, not a week. But I want to see if I can actually do a 24-hour survival in the swamp in somewhere in Louisiana. I have to figure out what place that's going to be. I'm almost kind of thinking the Chi Basin, and I think that's a less of a risk, only because I can actually pitch up a tent there. It's not going to actually be completely in the swamp. It's close enough because if you're in the swamp, you cannot sleep on the ground. That's that's a big no-no because there's too many dangerous animals out there. First of all, you got the gators. You have poisonous snakes out there. Um, things of that nature. So it's nearly impossible. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm sure it is possible if you know what you're doing. Um, but the reason why I'm saying it's more dangerous for me because I'm going by myself. I'm not going with a group. It's hard to get a group out, um, for whatever the reasons are. I think I know why they're paranoid or just don't quite understand that they can make it with the right tools and the right equipment. Do I have always the right equipment? I don't really always have the right equipment, but um, one of the other biggest dangers there is out there is mosquitoes. Now, there's two ways to protect yourself. One is with long sleeve shirts, gloves, and a mosquito net, which is probably what I'm going to do. If you don't have a mosquito net, you can put mud um, over your face and your arms and things of that nature to protect you from the mosquitoes. Now, the other problem is say at nighttime, you want to go use the bathroom, well, you're going to be in a heap of trouble because you'll get attacked by mosquitoes. So how do you not get attacked by mosquitoes and still get to use the bathroom? Well, unfortunately, you're going to have a tent of some sort, hunk of rope, and a lower tour are two main items you need. And that's definitely a good one. Ben, what's up, Felix? Thank you for the happy birthday. Now, another way you can survive out there is by building shelter. If you have a couple of trees gathered around, you can build a shelter there, which gives it up. There's a difference between a real swamp and a phony swamp. I would like to go back to Lacassine and walk through a little small swamp. It's not as dangerous, and just kind of show y'all what what's out there. You can make a shelter with those things. Yeah, with the torque and the string, with other things as well. I'm not by four. I don't claim to be a professional survivor. I'm nowhere near it, but I do know a little something because I watch a lot of survival videos, like Corporal's Corner. That's one of them. There's one in Texas that I watch. I don't know his name. I forgot. I'd have to write down all those names for y'all that I watch. And one in Canada that I watched for a little while there. And so if you want to subscribe to a real good survival person, is Corporal's Corner. And he's up north. I don't remember where. I know it's near like New York or something, maybe. Not in New York, but in one of those states nearby, I think. And he's also, and don't get me wrong, I think he is a Marine. He's a corporal in the Marines, I believe. And he's a really good guy. I support him and his channel, what he does. So, but I'm just kind of chilling at CC's, whatever. So I would like to see some more interactions if they don't have a problem with that. And let me know what y'all would like to see me doing in the future. And if any one of y'all would like to donate, I have a PayPal. All you gotta do is print out my emails, BrandonDuchamp57@gmail.com, and it'll help me out with my expenses a little bit, and I would definitely be try to do more donations and or giveaways to show that I'm not just taking, but I'm doing more giving than taking. And kind of like Roman Atwood, he gives a lot back to the community, and so that's what I want to do as well. Because y'all watching me and supporting me, I want to give away and just show my appreciation, and I appreciate that, y'all. That's right, Ben. You don't pay it forward, you know. Yeah, there's some YouTubers, man. I like there's one YouTuber that I supported for years, and I quit supporting him because I would never see him giving away anything. He takes, and you know, and don't get me wrong, he makes great content, but it'd be pretty cool if he actually gave more stuff away. Um, I don't know. I just think that it's kind of dark out, you know. There we go. What's that? Um, you know, it just shows your real heart and your intentions. So yeah. So please comment and let me know what y'all would like to see in my it buffering whenever I move my phone. I, I'm sorry for that. I'm just trying to give y'all some better lighting, and yeah, I definitely want to see more of y'all support by commenting and tell me what y'all would like to see in the future, and if there's any like life hacks that I can show y'all, which I'm planning on doing that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to the grocery store today and buy something, and I seen it on a YouTuber, and I want to put that to the test myself. It's real easy for one person to show it and give their ideas, um, but to have two people saying the same exact thing, or maybe three or four people saying the same thing that it does work and showing it, um, it's pretty cool. And I definitely like the idea um, of it because it's a two in one life hack. You know what I'm saying? Because I am up to my nuts in snow. Make mine a hot cup. uh, I'm drinking cold, so yeah. And I'm still working on changing this channel, guys. My laptop is not catching the Wi-Fi. I think I have to move it to the kitchen area, and because this phone does not allow me to change my YouTube name like my other phone. My other phone, I could get on and I could change that name ASAP. Um, but this phone is a little bit different, apparently. So hit the thumbs up, guys. If you like my video, hit the thumbs up, guys. Um, please comment more, y'all. I can't do this without y'all. I don't know what y'all want to see in my videos. Y'all don't, a closed mouth don't get fed. Always live by that. Matter of fact, I think that's a good shirt for me to start selling. A closed mouth that never gets fed. Dang, man, what state you live in, Ben? Squeaky wheel gets the grease. That's right. That's right. Gemini. Actually, that's a good one too. That'd be a good shirt. It'd be very unique. Never seen one of those out here in the flats. That's what we call it, Lafayette, Louisiana, the flats. It's so flat. It's not completely flat. There's some ups a little bit. In Michigan, oh wow. Yeah, I say there's a lot of snow up there. Uh, yeah, you're very close to Canada, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm so glad that I switched up uh, the contents on this channel. I feel much better, even though I still would do my civil rights activist on Facebook. Or if I get pulled over, I'm gonna still film. But other than that, this is a vlog channel, not a civil rights activist channel anymore. I do appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I hope to continue to keep making great content. And come on, Ben. I tell you what, you know one thing I would like to do, Ben, because unfortunately sometimes I like to shovel. I think it's kind of fun. At times it's not fun all day long, but I would love to go up north and shovel snow off of the sidewalk or the street or something like that. Actually, I would have a blast doing that. I would love to experience that at least one time. Oh, you know something else I want to do. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I would like to get with the police department and maybe like the city, and sweet man, heck yeah, Ben. But there's an idea I would like to do with the city of Lafayette is see if like there's any abandoned um, places that just need to be cleaned up on the inside, and and I would like to do that free of charge, just so I can get content. Because it's all about content. Sometimes if you need content, it's not about the money. You just go out and do it and find ways to make content, um, and without begging for money, at least too much. Um, there's sometimes when you have to ask for money. Good morning, Miss Mac. Um, yes, indeed, Miss Mac. Yes, indeed. Um, and God is good. God is good. That's for sure. He has shown me that way too many times. But that's what's up, Ben. So you make content, Ben? Because I don't think I don't I may or may not be subscribed to you. I'm not 100% sure. I'll figure that out once I end this live stream. So and there's other things I could do as well, like going underneath the bridges and cleaning them up from those homeless people. If they're not living there, because see, one of the things I have a problem with where some of the homeless people are camping out at, like under the bridges, where their stuff gets drained into the river and making my rivers trashy. I really don't appreciate that that much. Even though it's really good shelter, I lived underneath the bridge before. It has great shelter, but when you trash it up and then trash gets into the rivers and pollutes and dilutes our rivers, then there should be something that we should do to stop that, because that's not healthy at all. There's better places that you can live at than that. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and shut this live stream off. I only have one person watching, and so I'll talk to y'all later on. And I may, well, it's kind of mucky out outside, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that today. But I am planning on making a video of a few different things in the near future. Tomorrow I won't be able to make a video. I'm working pretty much all day. So y'all have a great day. You can put anything that you want to do in life, you can achieve it. Just go out and make it happen. You have to make things happen. Sometimes other people can help out too. But in the foremost, we have to make our mind up and say that I'm going to achieve this goal with or without money, and it can happen. You can start your own YouTube channel with no money at all. No money at all. um, and because that's what I did. I just made content. People started subscribing. Now I have enough subscribers to monetize my videos and make a few extra dollars. Actually, what I'm making is probably around. I think it was $245 a year. That's what I'm making, about $245 a year. Um, it's not great money, but it's money. It is a business, so I am considered to be a businessman. A businessman, in my opinion, is when you make $1 or $1,000,000, it doesn't matter. People need to stop judging people and saying that you're not this and you're not that, when you are. I own a business legally. It's a lawn care business. I don't do it, but I have the name, which is underneath the bank account. Um, I do need to re-establish that. I'm gonna do my best to try to work that out in the near future. And this time I'm gonna hire people to help me out. Um, I'm gonna be a little bit cheaper than everybody else because I'm not. What is that word called? I'm not licensed. But I've done this for a couple of years. I've never broken a window out of people's houses. I never broke a window out of people's cars. Um, I know what I'm doing. I'm not saying accidents don't happen, but it hasn't happened in my life. Praise God for that. And so, if you have a goal in life, achieve it. I believe in you 100% that you can accomplish it. I am what I am. Yeah. Um, I believe in you. There's a youngster there's a couple of youngsters on YouTube that's underage, that I've been very excited about. I've been talking very positive, telling them I'm proud of you. Even if you don't want to do a business, but you just want to go out and just encourage people. One way is walking up to somebody that you don't know and say, "Hey, I'm proud of you. I believe in you." Point blank. I did it out here many times. I even been locked up before, and I've told people that I'm proud of you, and they changed their ways. They went from throwing feces in people's cell to not doing it at all, just because I told them I'm proud of you. And I did it on a daily basis, every day. Every day that one guy acted stupid, I said, "Hey, come see right quick, man. Just want to tell you I'm proud of you." And he kind of like blew it off, laughed at me a little bit, because he grew up in a dysfunctional home. In a dysfunctional home, nobody's proud of him. It seems like everybody like hates your guts. I've been in that environment. I'm a product of my environment, right? And when you're raised with alcoholics and drug addicts, they're not gonna tell you I'm proud of you, because they're not proud of themselves, right? I've been an alcoholic. I've been a drug addict. I've been through these things, and I wasn't proud of myself. Matter of fact, I had insecurity in my life. I hated my life, what I did, what I accomplished. Um, you know, some of the things that I got mad at the most was when I went to Woodville Elementary School and like to Woodville Elementary and middle school and high school. I watched these people make straight A's. I mean, they were honor roll students, and then the next thing I'm seeing is they rolling up to my drug dealer's house with drug dealers. It's like, dude, I know I messed up in my life, but you didn't have to go that route. You didn't have to go down that route. You know what I'm saying? But what I didn't realize is that they were a product of their environment. They were raised with not bad parents, just parents that made bad decisions. And boy, I got so mad when I seen things like that in my life. It was ridiculous. And appreciate watching Gus and any other people that are new, and Alan. Thank you so much, Alan, for the happy birthday. What's up, my man? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. But thank you, Gus. I don't always make the right decisions in my life neither, but I try to get back up and get back on the road again, you know. And um, I'm gonna try to move somewhere else, so there's more lighting. Um, I thought it was gonna rain again or whatever, but if it rains, I'll book it. Um, well, I guess I'll stand up. No big deal. Um, but yeah, man. So yeah, I mean, if you don't want to be a businessman or a businesswoman, go out and encourage people. You know, just go to random people and say, "Hey, man, just want to share with you that I'm proud of you. I believe in you," and try to back it up. Um, be there for them. You know, for one day. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I was with my in Mississippi, my niece went. She's been playing some soccer, right? You know, it's her first year playing soccer, and she did a lot of good. And you know, I watch you in High Desert Community all the time. Well, unfortunately, Gus, I'm kind of getting out of the civil rights community. Um, I'll still be doing that, but not quite as often. Um, and most of it, I'm gonna try to keep it off of this channel. It's gonna be on my Facebook account because I want to try to keep it separate from this um, channel. But anyway, to get back with my beautiful niece, um, so it was her first year playing soccer. You know, she donated her shoes to someone when they didn't have shoes to play. She did a lot of good. Now, unfortunately, sometimes we have this so-called great idea that we should get like a trophy, or we should, you know, we have these high standards that, well, you know, because I did this, because I did that, I deserve to have this. But what a lot of parents want teaching their children, which doesn't make you a bad parent. Don't don't quote me on that. Um, because it's real easy for us to start doing a lot of positive things and get a little prideful. Okay, but what we need to teach people and what we need to realize is that it doesn't matter how much good you do, you don't deserve nothing. Point blank. Um, I don't deserve anything from you, from anybody else. I'm gonna make content with or without you. Okay, not that I don't need you, um, but that's just the way life works. We can't go around, I go pick up trash in the city all the time, and the city should pay me. Well, that's not how that works. we we always have to pay them, but they're never going to pay us, and that's just the way life works. You get prideful people all the time. I think they're better than everybody, and that's just the way that works. Like I told you before, you just do your best you can. That's right. What's up, Sugar Creek Homestead? And just to let everybody know that I'm starting to support these homestead vloggers. I will be advertising. I won't be advertising all of them on my channel up front. I'm gonna take my time with that. Um, there is one that that's when I will advertise is Bruce Sword's homestead. Uh, he's making some great content with his okay. He's making great content with his wonderful wife and his and their two children. Um, and I'm proud of them for what they are doing and teaching us things which I wish I could have learned all of this 20 years ago. Just to let everybody know, today is my birthday. I'm 34 years old. I forgot to tell y'all that earlier. Some of y'all know exactly what my age is. because you've been with my channel from almost day one, and so appreciate that. Uh, yeah, so I'm proud of all the homestead community, and teaching us how to live off of our land. There's some of y'all that teach that because we have this problem in our society where we are allowing people, like when we buy something, we allow people to tell us what we can and cannot do on our own land. Well, I have a problem with that. Okay, this is where I'm going to add the civil rights in this channel slightly. When I buy land, it belongs to me. You're not allowed to tell me what I can and cannot do. Okay, if I'm not murdering someone, if I'm not raping somebody, if I'm not doing a crime, if I'm not hurting someone, you don't own the land. I own the land. Point blank. That's just the way that works. I have a bicycle out there. Um, if the city don't come around and tell me what I can and cannot do with that bicycle, you think I'm gonna let you tell me what I can on my land? No, that's not gonna happen. Um, if you do, we're gonna have some issues. That's just how it goes. We're gonna have a lot of issues, and it could go good, it could go bad, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. But I'm not gonna allow you to tell me what I can and cannot do. If I want to sell stuff off of my land, I'm gonna do it without a permit. You're not allowed to tell me what I can sell and cannot sell on my property. Now you tell me I have to have a license to sell stuff from my own land. And it is an intruder, and not a lot of people want to stand up for it. And it's sad. Now Forrest driving on the road. Okay, I'll be a little lenient with that. I'm not gonna go too far with that, because people do drive stupid, and I think that they should at least get pulled over and told that you need to stop. Because we promote food independence, we get targeted. Yeah, exactly. And then the government wants to come in and say, well, Sugar Creek, you can't sell. In order for you to sell your eggs, you got to do it. Nah, dude, that's not how that works. I own my eggs. I'm gonna sell it the way I want to. If you got a problem, then we could deal with it. We could deal with it. And unfortunately, a lot of people are all about saving their lives instead of defending their property. Well, I'm all about defending. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll go ahead and admit it. I'm wrong. But if you're wrong and you're on my property and you're trespassing, then we're going to get your trespassing charge. But I am going to continue to help others learn to feed them. And I appreciate what all y'all are doing, because I have learned so much. I just found out your channel. I didn't realize there were so many homestead. I didn't realize the community even existed, to tell you the truth. I'm glad that God showed me this through one person. Well, actually a few different people. Because I was watching one homestead, I think either from Florida or Texas. And I unsubscribed to him because he was promoting a guy, and he literally promoted a guy that raised up $50 million to build a wall and never did. So I have a problem with people telling us to donate and to support corruption. I just have a little issue with that, so I unsubscribed to him. I would no longer be subscribed to him no more. I don't even watch his videos no more. And he makes great content. That's the bad part. He makes excellent content. But I just don't support that. When I ask for money, I'm gonna do my best to back it up and show you what I'm using your money for. I want to be held accountable. My wife enjoys learning through the Homestead channel. Yeah, there was one homestead that I was watching. I think that was yesterday. A really big YouTuber. I think she has. Don't quote me to this. I may be lying slightly. I do apologize. I think she has over 200,000 subscribers. Pretty big for for a channel like that. And she was talking about um, the uh, the Sugar Creek, probably gonna quote me on the homestead woman that I'm talking about, but she was the video I captured was she was talking about eggs and how to um, how to treat your customers, by like maybe like cutting out like a picture of the chicken that the eggs came from and telling putting it in there, writing about the chicken, or maybe when you get like this little small little egg that she showed, to put it in the box in the corner, and tell like the little kids that, hey, when you get home, break it up, open, and write a letter stating what you saw in there. And I thought that was a pretty cool idea. It's like, whoa, I mean, that's not my career, raising eggs or whatever. I do want to buy some land in the future and raise my own chickens. Probably not to sell eggs, but I may end up. And talking about, yeah, the Appalachian homestand. I knew Sugar Creek would be able to cook that. I knew it. Um, I don't listen to music from people convicted of sex crimes, no matter how good it is. No passive support, and I agree with that. We shouldn't be supporting those type of people. Um, I'm not. I'm ashamed of some of the things I did in my life, but at the same time, I'm kind of not, because now I have a story to tell. I can actually help people out and tell people that, look, I got that charge on my record. Okay, I'm not happy about it. I'm not pleased about it. But now I can say that it's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that. Um, and on my channel, I do my best to be um, held accountable. If you have a question, even the charges I have on my record, just ask. Just ask. I'm not ashamed to tell you that I have a record. Okay, I'm not ashamed to tell you I have a story. Okay, there's a lot of people that should be sharing their story because it enlightens people. Okay, I found out that because I did certain crimes and I share it, it enlightens people. Say, well, hey, well, Brandon Dupshan went this route and he don't do those type of crimes no more, then I think I could do the same thing. I could do the same thing. If he can accomplish it, I can too. Um, what's up, Sherwood? Um, I need to start calling you more because I definitely need prayers and stuff like that. I always need prayers, and I want to get back in that. I have screwed up um, huge. I have also learned not to continue on reckless paths. Amen to that. You're a young man. I wasn't the same person 30 years ago. Growing as a person is just part of growing up. Proud of those that help others. I do my best. I need to do more, um, but I don't have a mentor. Wish we shouldn't always have to have a mentor, but it's always nice to have a mentor. So I pretty much got to raise up my own self, and I gotta pick it. I gotta pick everything up on my own, and it's rough. It's rough, especially whenever I see everybody. Well, maybe not everybody around me, but I see a lot of people around me that has mentors that they could run to and talk about everything, and and in general, I tell everybody what I'm going through in general. Because I found out that it works for me. But yeah. Um, so yeah. So if y'all have any questions to ask me, whether it's about my criminal background, what kind of things I did in my past, there's some things that I have to withhold from the public. Um, because people judge too much and they don't understand how to forgive. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story that happened to me. I was 18 years old at the time. I was living in Gulfport, Mississippi, and I went to jail one time. Okay, and I'll tell you the story here. And I was driving a vehicle that was not insured. I didn't have a driver's license, didn't have my seatbelt on, ran a stop sign like an idiot. Um, that's youngsters for you. They do some stupid things. Um, and I went to jail. I went to the county jail, which was the worst jail I ever been to. I've never been injured there. Never got into a fight or nothing like that. Praise the Lord for that. Um, but what's really bad is that you don't have freedom of speech in there. So like if you want to say certain things, especially towards a cop, which is protected underneath your First Amendment right to freedom of speech, they will assault you. They will beat you down, and sometimes they actually try to do that just so you can run your mouth, so they have a reason to attack you. But enough with that. I got out of jail with a guy, and they always let you out around like midnight or something like that, and it's a long walk to get back to Gulfport, Mississippi. And so we had a long journey ahead of us, and we went to Biloxi, Mississippi, and there was some Christian music being played. And I'm not used to that, right? I was like, okay, positive music, whatever the heck is going on here, I don't know. And there was this white woman, Caucasian woman or whatever, she looks white. And she was giving a testimony. And I'll never forget this. She said that someone killed my daddy. And I told the judge that, and the police, I told the police and judge that I don't want, what's up, bro? I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to give someone a hug. I didn't realize that was you, buddy.
You doing all
right? Man, blessed, brother.
Yeah, what's up with the thing with you?
I'm YouTubing, man. I'm doing a little live stream.
Yeah?
And I'm actually getting out of, by 90%, my account watching, I'm getting out of it. And, yeah, and I'm going back to vlogging. That's what I'm doing. I was in the mix of a little testimony about how, like in Biloxi, this is when I was 18 years old, and I got out of jail, and I walked with a guy that got out of jail with me to Biloxi, and there was this white woman telling her testimony how her daddy got murdered, and instead of wanting to prosecute him, she forgave him and said, I don't want him to get locked up, which is very shocking. Like, who does that, right? And it's different, and it touched my life. Like some things I believe to a certain extent we should just forgive. I'm not saying maybe murder, I don't know. And it's all about our own heart, I'm saying what we're willing to do.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool.
All right, dude.
Appreciate that, man.
Take it easy, you too.
Have a good one, brother. And yeah, so that was really heartfelt to watch somebody say that they forgive that murderer for murdering her daddy. I mean who does that? Not very many people. I had two black boys that stole my bicycle out of my front yard in Iowa, Louisiana, and of course I called the cops to report it stolen. But I also and the funny thing is the old mayor's the one that found my bike. See, that's what happens when you're kind of independent and you roll by yourself. Your community knows that no one rides your bike but you, so that helped out a lot. Pretty cool. And so the old mayor, yeah, it's like rat poison, yeah. And man, and even today I have unforgiveness. I have hatred in my heart. I have bitterness, and I'm trying to deal with it the best I know how. It's rough when you have to pick yourself up all the time, and then you live in a demonic household, and it's hard to get out of it. But anyway, to get back to the bicycle topic, so the old mayor calls me up, and I'm sleeping, right, and I wake up, and he says, "Man, I see a black dude riding a bicycle, and it's during school time. That's the funny thing. Like, school just got out, right? And I said, well, look, man, is there any way that you call the cops and follow these people until the cops get there? He said, sure, I could do that. And so I called Iowa PD and said, look, man, I had somebody call me telling me that they saw someone riding a bicycle, and I would like to at least report it stolen. I don't want, if I get the bicycle back, I don't want them to be locked up. I don't want them to be arrested. As long as I get my merchandise back. And so, needless to say, I got my bike back. And the old mayor actually brought my bike back for me, which is really a big plus. Um, because one of the things I learned is like, okay, so if you steal from me, it's real easy to be like, you know what, I want to get them back. I really want to get them back. I want them locked up. They should be punished forever, forever. And it's like, man, what hatred is in it in the speak? You know, why do you speak so hatred? I'd rather forgive people. You know, I've been in jail before. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Sometimes you do need to go to jail for a little while to learn your lesson, but a lot of times they don't need to. The reason why I say that because you usually come out a bigger criminal, like I did. Okay, for whenever I was young, I went to jail. I learned how to be a better criminal. If you want to learn how to be a better criminal, go to jail and prison. They'll teach you. So that's just my personal look on things. May not be for you, but it's definitely for me. And so I like to be educational. And yeah, it can be, Ben. I completely agree with that. It could be a good thing or it could be a terrible thing. Matter of fact, the last time I went to jail, and if any one of y'all look at my record, and you're more than welcome to, all you gotta do is go to Google. Just Google Brandon Duplessis, and you find my record there and everything else. You'll find out where all the places I lived. It's all there. It's public records. I'm not ashamed. I've never well, actually, not the last time I went to jail, but in January. Wait, was it January this? No, it was January of last year. I went to jail for 30 days because instead of paying my fines, I went to jail for 30 days. I said, look, I'm not giving y'all corrupt businesses any more money. I'm gonna go to jail for 30 days. I did that. I went onto the second floor instead of staying on PC like I like to do because I like to be by myself, you know, and that way I can't get into a lot of trouble, right? So the Aryan Brotherhood, that is very abundant in the jails and prisons, they started calling out a specific name before I even got into the pod, which was not my name at all, and they already knew that. Okay, anytime you go to jail, folks, or prison, the reason why it takes so long for them to put you up into a cell is because the guards are bringing your information to the what are those people called? The shot callers, the ones that shoots up the calls. They make the calls. They these cops are giving up your information to these shot callers and letting them know everything about you. So they already know who I am, and they are trying to list me as a something different than I really am. They already knew I didn't have those type of charges, but they wanted to kill me. They had a hit over my head, and I had to get out of it, point blank. Gangs are bad. If you're in a gang, get out of it. It's not for you, okay? Get out the gang life, get out the drug dealing life, because they all snitches. That's what they are, they snitches, okay? And I'm not afraid to expose them. I'm sick and tired of gangs and drug dealers ruining my community, and I'm gonna do something about it. I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna say enough is enough, even if I get a bullet in my head. It don't matter. It don't matter. Someone has to stand up for righteousness because there's not enough of us. And so jail can be pretty bad. It can be pretty bad, especially if you do what I do. I expose those type of people. And I'm gonna continue to do it even as a vlogger or as a YouTube person, okay? Because I've been there, I've done that. Yeah, a lot of people are. I've done exposed the Mexican mafias, the Latin kings, the the Dixie mafias that run Mississippi. I exposed the Banditos, the Hells Angels, all those people because they're bad people. You know, that's exactly what you know. You want to act like a thug and a gangster, you're gonna get labeled. You're gonna get labeled. Um, so I used to be a drug dealer. I used to be a crew member. You know what I'm saying? Or a crew leader. I was a leader of a small little 5-man crew, and which I won't give up the name of it. It's been dead. And I choose to do what is right. A lot of people don't like me, but I don't like you neither. So it's a two-way street. And and something else I like to do because I want to expose this right up front. There's a lot of YouTubers out there going around building up fear in the YouTubers. Okay, like these cemetery people, they go to every cemetery and claim that it's all um, just haunted or whatever. I've been I've been to a few cemeteries and it's not haunted. Um, Red Rocky Straw, y'all. I'm gonna have to look that one up because I don't know what Rocky Straw means. And so I'm gonna show y'all something. We do have some portalettes down there. It's Mardi Gras, and stuff like that. I don't know if we have anything today. And but yes, it's just crazy. Yeah, and there's actually a lot of murders that are not being exposed. That a lot of gang members, like even with the Banditos, they murder a lot of people every year, which you won't never see it on the news because they bribe the police, they bribe the media, and tell them what they can and cannot do, um, which is bad. We definitely should have a right to know what's going on in our community, and yeah, so yeah, and in Louisiana, one of the actually one of the biggest gangs in this country that does the most violence is actually the MS-13, and they do a lot of terror in this country, a lot. The courts are not what people think either. Do you have knowledge of the probate courts? So corrupt. Well, over here in Louisiana, what I noticed is that okay, I'm gonna speak for Lafayette Parish, not for any other parish. I'm here in Lafayette Parish in Lafayette, Louisiana, and what I noticed personally is that the judge don't have a say so. Okay, the DA runs the court system, not the judge. Um, the judge just, I mean, in order for the judge to get to be judged, the police force has to support you, which means that the police force owns you. You don't own them. Um, because I've been through the system quite often ungratefully. Um, but I have a little bit more knowledge than a lot of people do too. So I can share those ideas with you. um, it 90% of this country is corrupt. Okay, I mean, point blank, a lot of people. I know so many people that say, "Well, there's only 1% of bad police officers." Okay, well let's say that is right. Okay, 1% of the police force. If you take all the police officers in this country, and suppose only 1% of that is corrupt, then why do we have a drug epidemic that we do? Why do we have so many murders happening and so much corruption? 1% is not corrupted. It's and here's another thing. It's 100% corruption. The reason why I say it's 100% corruption because I have videos right now on this YouTube channel that says that I'm innocent. But where are the police officers at? Why aren't they protecting me? Because it's 100% corrupted. I have videos right now on this channel that when I was on a public easement in front of the Lafayette Sheriff Department, They told me that it was a private property, and they intimidated me to ID myself. Now here's the problem with that, because if you if you look at my, well, actually you can't look at my record and find that out, but if you know cops, anyone that y'all that know any legitimate cops, go to them and ask about Brandon Dupchamp. It's public records anyway. I'm not ashamed. And you'll find out that I'm on a watch list. Okay, so the Lafayette Sheriff Department knows me by my first and last name. Okay, they don't need my name. Um, my bicycle is on the watch list as well. And if there was any good cops in Lafayette Parish, where are you? Why aren't you helping me out? So that tells me that 100% of Lafayette Parish is corrupt, point blank, because ain't nobody got my back, right? Ain't nobody got my back, and so that just just shows me that you're 100% corrupt. You can't tell me you're a good cop and not have my back, point blank. And so I have an issue with that. I have a huge issue with people running their mouth and ain't about their lifestyle. You say that you want to, it's like that all over yeah, it really is. Thank you, Tree, for the birthday. And anyone else that I missed, I do apologize if I missed any of your. The judge is the local drunk wearing a Toro. Yeah, yeah. And believe it or not, guys, I'm gonna just spit. I'm gonna just spit like it is. The Muslims own this country. There's enough Muslims. Okay. I'm not 100% Christian. I'm 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 not gonna lie to you and go around the bush. But we got enough Muslims right now. If they want to get the AK-47s, and every Muslim home has AK-47s, you know what I mean? You can believe your little lies that you want to. Every Muslim home has AK-47s, whether they're the big size or the chopper, which is the smaller size. They have enough Muslims right now to go to every big church and shoot us all up, point blank. It shouldn't be a war on drugs. The war on drugs is a war on people. Whatever you want to put into your body is your business, as long as you're not hurting someone else. And I can agree to a certain extent. That's our free will. Because whenever, here's the thing, y'all. When I was doing drugs, okay, or let's just say tobacco, okay, when I was smoking tobacco, I'm harming myself, okay. But here's the thing: I can also kill myself with lung cancer way early than my life. So let's say if God says, "Well, Brandon, I want you to live to 90 years old," but here I'm smoking cigarettes and I only live to 50 years old, okay. So now, when I die, my mom's gonna get hurt for it. My dad's gonna get hurt. My kids are gonna get hurt. My aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, nieces, all these people are gonna get hurt because I did not lay down the tobacco. I did not lay down the marijuana. Marijuana is a substitute as a painkiller. That's what it does. Okay, so we can go around and lie and say that, well, me smoking cigarettes is not harming anybody, but me. Well, I'm gonna call you out. You're a liar because I know specifically that I'm allergic to smoke to a certain degree, and I catch bronchitis. But whenever you're smoking in front of a business, and I have to walk through your smoke to get to that business, now my life is at risk. You are now hurting my life. So I'm gonna call you out on it. Okay? So that's another lie. Doing drugs is hurting your family. Okay? There's a lot of drug addict daddies that are not daddies because of the drugs. So you can't say that you're only hurting yourself. You're hurting your children by doing, if you're an alcoholic and you're abusive, which I've been in that environment, the product of my own environment. I had a drunk daddy that abused me from the age of 3 till the age of 21 when I decided to say, the heck with all y'all, screw y'all, I'm rolling. I'm getting out of here and I ain't coming back. because every time I rolled out, I always came back to my environment. Um, I always came back to my environment. And finally, I went to Calcasieu Parish. I got completely away from Lafayette Parish, where I did pretty much all my crimes. You know, I drug deal over here. I did. I'll just before I let you ask the question, I'll just give you the answers. Okay, I did attempted burglary. I did, which I served my time. That was back in 2005. Whenever I got locked up, it was December 22nd, 2005. Got out in 2006 with 6 months time served. I think it was 1 year probation, a $2,000 lawsuit, which I regret. That really made me mad when I found out that I had a $2,000 lawsuit. I was mad, furious. Um, and I never did it again. Point blank. I never did it again. I learned my lesson. Thank God for that. I done other things. I went into Dollar General on John Street. I never got caught. I got caught on camera, but they couldn't catch me on 101. Anyway, we won't get to that story, but I stole a lot of products. Well, maybe not a lot. To me, it was a lot. Other people did way more stealing than I did, and I did my fair share of stealing and theft and whatever you want to call it. But I learned my lesson. I don't do it no more. So it is what it is. Well, okay, I kind of somewhat agree with that because we do have a lot of Jews in Hollywood that make films and videos, so I kind of see that. All right, Sugar Creek, I appreciate everything that you do for us, and thank you for taking your time out and visiting my channel. And definitely have a good day, Sugar Creek. Um, but yeah, let me see what I got here. So anyway, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits, guys. And I'll try to pick back up here. Who owns the Federal Reserve? No Muzzies. Well, we definitely got too many Muslims in our military, police force, banks, things of that nature. So I'm not saying one individual owns everything, but I do know that the Muslim owns quite a bit of our country. That's why all the gas stations in general are owned by Muslims in this country. Pretty much all the subway stores are owned by Muslims. Um, the list goes on and on and on. So it just proves to me that the Muslims pretty much owns 90% of our country in general. Maybe someone owns them, but in general they own we the people. But then where do we draw the line? Well, I would make a bold statement, but I'm not going to do this because it's a vlog channel. I think people should have been laying their life down for their country more. And only real people know exactly what I'm talking about without me having to publicly announce it. Yeah, like Hollywood, I'll give you that credit. Washington and Hollywood is owned by the Jewish. Most of our stores are owned by Muslims because the Jewish people don't really want a Subway franchise or other stupid business like that, so to say, because they really don't benefit from it. I guess I don't know. And believe it or not, there's a lot of our foods that are poisoned with abortion cells. wish we could see why we have so much stress in our life, uh, uh, or bitterness, hatred, envy, jealousy, a bunch of diseases, or comes with those factors, and they put money before faith. Yeah, yeah. What like Joel Osteen puts his money before faith. Uh, Most of the rich Christian pastors, so-called pastors, put their money before faith as well, and lying to us and saying that it's all about money. No, it's not about money. If it was all about money, then how am I surviving with hardly no money? Because I don't make a lot of money, okay, but I'm still surviving um, because I decide to, I realize so many households are being destroyed because of money. I mean, let's put the money in our mouth right quick. We destroy our children's lives because of money. You know, money jobs over our children instead of our children over the money in our jobs. Most children would tell daddy and mama that I want you over the money, um, because that's not very important. As long as your needs are being met, then what else do we need? I mean, I don't need a two-story house to prove a point that I love my children if I had any. Um, I don't need $1 million in my bank to say I love my children. I don't have to buy my children a Lamborghini to prove I love them. Okay, I just need to meet their needs, not their wants. Like this. This is a want, not a need. But because it's my birthday, I got it free of charge. I didn't have to pay for it. Big difference. A Lamborghini is not a need, it's a want. And most people with Lamborghinis are very prideful. Um, and let's call it out for what it is. Um, One thing I love about these homesteads that I'm aware of, they don't drive fancy cars. They drive some decent trucks. um, because most of these homestead um, channels know that a Lamborghini is not a need, it's a want. They're not going to spoil their kids with a bunch of wants. If you're going to live here on my homestand, you're going to have to work. Point blank, you don't work, you don't eat. Everybody should be participating in the household. I see a lot of households that are greedy. One's greedy, one is not. That's usually how like a marriage works. One is greedy and one is not. And there's a lot of differences on that. One wants to take pride in being like, well, I want my rights. Well, you really don't have any rights. You're married to me, so you don't have a lot of rights. Uh, just like I don't have a lot of rights whenever I marry my wife. Okay, she owns me and I own her. That's the way a marriage works. It's a two-way street, not a one-way avenue. And too many times I see in marriages where one person believes in a two-way street and the other one believes in a one-way street, my way or the highway. Well, you're gonna mess up your marriage that way. Okay, a simple life is a happy life. Just something to share. It took like 33 years, almost 34 years to realize this. That a simple life is the best life. My way or the highway is a bad life. We wonder why one person in the marriage is always having the migraines and everything else because that person is bossy, controlling, telling the other person what they can and cannot do in life. And what's up, Trella the Wild Wild? And go support Trella the Wild Wild. I will always, 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 always support his channel. For a youngster, he always makes great content. So please go subscribe to him. He's actually, believe it or not, well, you know what? I won't say that because I don't want to build up pride in Trella the Wild Wild. I don't want to build pride in him. So I have to take a step back. I would gladly lay my life down for people, not for this country, not for this government. I would rather lay my life on the line for my community and my family. Complete right. So, but hey, Trailer the Wild, I'm over here at CC's Coffee House drinking a free cup of coffee on the house. When it's your birthday, they bless you with a free cup of coffee, a grande, and so that's what I'm doing. I'm just chit chatting, and I started off just explaining certain things, like just to give you a little idea of what I was sharing when I first started the live stream. But I bought this for about $10 at Academy, and it was a flashlight. It's a flashlight, and it's a window breaker in case say that you drive into a river or something. You could break out your window if need to be, whatever. But it's also self-defense. I call it a tactical pin because it's pointed, right, and it's pretty sharp. So if someone's trying to rob you, you could do like this and kind of put a hurting on them. So I was kind of sharing that, and then we jumped into other topics and other topics and other topics, and so anyway, that's kind of just to give you a little filled in, and then excuse me, y'all, for that. And but I also started letting people know that I've been subscribing to a bunch of homestead bloggers or whatever you want to call them, and I might be getting a pet soon. I'm so excited. Well, what kind of pet you getting, buddy? And I definitely want people to start to subscribing to homestead people and other vloggers and stuff like that. Oh, sweet. Yeah, my cousin Chris owned a one for a lot of years, and then it finally died. I guess maybe old age or something. I'm not 100% sure. And he took very well care of his dragon. Very well care. New Orleans tours. But yeah. Hey, Trella the Wild Wild, I'm giving that bag away. So if you want to comment on that video and try to win it, please do. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna be buying some. I'm trying to fill up that bag with a bunch of different things. They usually only live for about 6 to 8 years, but they can live up to 10. Yeah, because his building dragon, man, it seemed like he had it probably longer than that, but I know that wasn't the case. All right, I'm gonna have to. I'm fixing to get off, guys, because my battery's running. I got about 50%, well, a little bit more than 50%, probably about 60% life, and I still got to roll my bicycle back home and whatnot. And so appreciate everything that y'all do for me in this channel, guys. I kind of want to let someone else get it because I have a lot of survival purpose bags. For the other giveaways, I would try to win. Okay, all right, cool, man. It's a really good bag, and I hope once they sell out, they can get more of those bags, because I really like those bags. It's pretty cool. But I guess I could buy some cheaper bags maybe and try to put those to the test a little bit and see if I can compromise or something like that. But y'all take care. Y'all have a good. Hey, Trella the Wild Wild, man. If you want to earn some more subscribers and views, why don't you get with your dad and mom and get like a PO box and start doing some giveaways. That would be a good way for you to earn more subs and views and stuff like that. Because if you can get to, I think, like 1,000 subscribers, I think in between like 1,000 and 1,500 subscribers, man, you can get what is that thing called? monetize, and you can start making money off of that. I know that you're under the age of 18, so your dad and mom would have to put your channel underneath their bank account and whatever to get that money, but you could definitely make that work out. Um, so y'all have a good day. Y'all have a blessed day, man, and please like, subscribe, and hit that notification button, and so you can receive all my notifications.